Welcome to the University of KwaZulu-Natal's Parents' Day. To the parents and guardians, our first-year students, new beginnings and adventures begin today as you take your steps, strides, and leaps into a world of learning at one of the largest, long-standing, and most transformed universities in sub-Saharan Africa. UKZN, an institution with a proud and rich heritage of academic excellence. Geographically divided into 5 campuses within the province of KwaZulu-Natal, UKZN is a teaching and research-led university with international partnerships that enhances scholarship and the student experience, and is top-ranked for research productivity spanning the natural, biomedical, humanities, and social sciences. With the vision to be the premier University of African Scholarship and mission to be a truly South African university of choice that is academically excellent, innovative in research, entrepreneurial, and critically engaged with society. UKZN's accredited professional degrees has earned the institution the reputation of a value-driven organizational culture that will empower your sons and daughters to achieve their goals. UKZN is home to various student organizations such as debating unions, film clubs, poetry societies, and sports teams such as our beloved UKZN Impies. We value students in all their diversity and have a student-centered ethos, providing students with internationally recognized qualifications, world-renowned academics, first-class infrastructure, and support services designed around their needs, producing well-educated, competent, sought-after graduates. We aim to create an enabling environment for all students to pursue their studies. This means that the university is committed to working with all students to ensure their personal intellectual development, while at the same time preparing them for the responsibilities and challenges they will face in a world increasingly characterized by competition, change, and diversity. As you open yourself to new ideas, experiences, and in all directions of student life, you will learn from the greatest in their field to harness your potential whilst you become equipped with communication skills, critical thinking, and analytical reasoning skills, application of knowledge, skills in real-world settings, complex problem-solving and analysis, ethical decision-making, and teamwork. We are elated at the opportunity to welcome you via this virtual platform. We embrace you and thank you for choosing the University of KwaZulu-Natal. We look forward to supporting your children in their journey of learning as they realize their goals and dreams. To our first-year students, welcome to the University of KwaZulu-Natal as you inspire to greatness. This is your time.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to our parents who are online and those who are also watching via YouTube. Deputy Vice Chancellor, Teaching and Learning, Professor Msibi, members of the executive and all staff present here, the President of SRC and all our students, most importantly, the parents and guidance of our new students. Welcome and thank you for being part of this important session this morning. So we've actually been working on this day to actually meet everyone virtually. So we convene this session every year around the same time to provide parents with a comprehensive overview of the university and also plans for the academic year ahead. This session is important to UKZN as it also gives us an opportunity to connect directly with you as the parents, the guardians who have entrusted us with the education and well-being of your children. At this session, you will get an opportunity to engage with UKZN management and staff. At the heart of this of today's proceedings lies the principle of open dialogue and engagement. So feel free to ask any questions you may have whether the question pertaining to our fee structure, the quality of our facilities, the intricacies of the academic program, or the comprehensive safety measures on campus. Rest assured that all your questions will be answered. So make sure that you put your questions under the Q&A. They will be responded to when we get to the Q&A session. So joining us here, we have today, we have capable and knowledgeable staff members from different units, divisions. Each one of them are prepared to provide comprehensive responses to your questions. We are therefore confident that by the time you log off the session, you will be armed with accurate and up-to-date information about UKZN and your child's academic journey with us. The recording of the session will also be available on our YouTube channel. Make sure that you do visit the channel and check it out. With those words, I welcome you to this session, and I will now hand over to Professor Thabo Msibi to address us. I will also come back to facilitate the segment of questions and answers. So feel free to start putting your questions there so that some of the questions will be answered live and some of the questions will be answered by our staff members who are here directly through the Q&A session. Make sure that you watch all of those to make sure that you watch, and then you are able to then deposit your questions there for them to be answered. So I look forward to engaging with you this morning, and thank you very much for joining us. Over to you, Professor Msibi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director, Ms. Noma Zondo, parents, guardians, and sponsors, members of staff, members of the SRC and students, Sanbonan. On behalf of the executive management and the entire UKZN community, I extend a heartfelt welcome to all the parents, the guardians, and our sponsors who are here today with us. We're delighted to have you join us for the special occasion. Your attendance today speaks volumes about your commitment to securing a brighter future for your children. It also is a powerful expression of your devotion to their well-being and their success. To the parents of first-year students, I know that many of you are still reveling in the pride and joy of your children's impressive achievements in matric. Now that they've been accepted at UKZN, there's even more of a reason to celebrate. Securing admission to UKZN is no small accomplishment. It results from a rigorous and highly competitive process. This year, for instance, I want to inform you that only 9,000 first-time entering new students were chosen out of a staggering 160,000 applications that we received. You really deserve a round of applause and high commendations for being accepted at UKZN. With such a large pool of applicants, we're tasked with selecting the most outstanding candidates. So your children have earned their place amongst the elite few who stood out, and this demonstrates their exceptional abilities and potential. I must commend all the new students and their families for making the judicious decision to pursue their studies at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. It is a decision that reflects discernment and confidence in our institution, and we're thrilled to welcome you to the UKZN family. I understand that this decision may have been influenced by various factors and personal consideration. I'm also certain, however, that the main reason for choosing UKZN is our impressive track record in academia. I'd like to take a moment to highlight our university's impressive track record. As many of you already are aware, UKZN is one of the premier universities in our country and across the entire African continent. Our consistent commitment to excellence in education and research has earned us this reputation, and we take great pride in our position among the best educational institutions in Africa. In the most recent university ranking by academic performance, which is known as UREB, for 2024, UK has achieved an impressive 4th ranking in the country. it is important to note that this particular ranking focuses strongly on academic excellence. Additionally, on a global scale, UKZN secured a noteworthy 371st position out of 3,000 universities evaluated in this ranking. Numerous other reputable rankings consistently affirm our university's position as one of the leading institutions of higher learning on the African continent. Our alumni's exceptional quality also speaks volumes about this institution's prowess. Many of our graduates hold influential positions in government, the private sector, academia, and in various research institutes. Name any top institution or organization in South Africa, and chances are that you will definitely find a UKZN graduate that is contributing significantly to its success. In addition to our academic excellence, we prioritize the holistic development of our students. This commitment is reflected in our substantial investment in state-of-the-art sports and recreational facilities across all our campuses. And you would have heard Ms. Norma noting that we'd like to hear about any questions that you may have about these facilities. We believe that the university is not just about academic pursuits, but also about self-discovery and personal growth. Therefore, I encourage all students, particularly the new ones, to explore and join the diverse social and sporting clubs and societies available on campus. Engaging in these extracurricular activities not only enriches the university experience, but also fosters valuable friendships that extend beyond the university life. Parents, we are fully aware that many of you may be apprehensive, may be concerned about the environment your child will encounter at UKZN. But I want to assure you that it is a very welcoming and inclusive one. Diversity is at the heart of our university's identity, and we are proud to be recognized as one of the most transformed universities in the country. We are committed to fostering a culture of inclusivity where everyone feels valued, regardless of race, social status, gender, religion, or background. Furthermore, we strive to cultivate students who not only accept diverse perspectives, orientations, and beliefs, but who also embrace them, recognizing that the richness that diversity brings to our university community. And we also recognize the importance of respectful dialogue and understanding. Therefore, we are delighted that this cohort of first-year students will participate in a mandatory critical social justice and citizenship module. Many of you may have heard about this module in the media. We're very, very excited about this module. The module is designed to challenge prejudices and discriminatory beliefs and tackle pressing societal issues like gender-based violence, like racism, xenophobia, as well as homophobia. We are confident that through this module, their university experience and the knowledge and skills that they will acquire, beg your pardon, these students will emerge as valuable and proactive members of society who will contribute positively to the advancement of our communities, our country, our continent, as well as other spaces beyond this continent. We also just want to reassure you that we have planned a very, very rigorous process of getting our students to become familiar with their campuses through the FYE program that you will learn about as the day proceeds, as well as when the students come on board. You'll learn to understand that we've planned for students to have a holistic and a developmental environment within UKZN that is supportive and that ensures that they get acclimatized with adjusting from high school and coming to a university space. As I conclude, I'd like to address a common misconception which says that parents have or should have limited involvement in higher education institutions. We strongly disagree. Bazali siyafisa ukuthi nizibandakanye empilweni yabafundi mangabe sebefike lapha e-university. We want you to get involved in the life of your children as they come into the university. We view you, the parents, as essential partners in our students' journey. Your support is invaluable to your children and the university as a whole. Please continue to be actively involved and to be supportive. I encourage you to engage fully with the presentations today and don't hesitate to ask any questions that you may have. Your participation is greatly appreciated, and we hope that you find today's event informative and indeed enriching. Siyanamukela. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Msibi. I'm sure everyone here feels very welcome. I would like to then move on to our president, Mr. Nduduzo Zulu, to address us, our SRC president. Please take the podium. Thank you. Please continue to put your questions under the Q&A. I see the president might be having troubles with the network. Just wait for a bit. Maybe we can move on to the next part of the program, the video by the CFO.
Norma, he's
Sorry,
online.
He's online.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm here, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Please go ahead. I was trying to look for you, couldn't find you. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, ma'am.
Oh, super. Thank you so much. Over to you, President.
Program Director, beloved parents and guardians, members of staff, and fellow students, I greet you all. On behalf of UKZN SRC, I extend warm welcome to each and every one of you joining us on this Parent Day event. A special welcome is reserved for parents and guardians who are here with us. Your presence here demonstrates the steadfast support, guidance, and the love you provide for your children. As your children embark on the journey with UKZN, I, the President, encourage you to remain supportive. There is no doubt that many new students will find the journey exciting, but there are those who may feel overwhelmed and encounter challenges along the way. They will still need your support. We understand that many of you, particularly for those of you whose children will be experiencing university life for the first time, possibly away from home, are apprehensive. However, today we want to assure you that they will encounter a supportive environment on campus. I am certain that the staff members who are here today will speak more about the psychological, academical, and the social support services that are offered to the students by the university. I want to emphasize that as the SRC, we will also be here to provide support to your children. I encourage you to advise your children, especially the new ones, to reach out to the SRC and come to the SRC offices at different campuses. The SRC is a statutory body as provided for in Higher Education Act and the Statute of the University of KwaZulu-Natal. This body represents the interest of all the students of this university. Our mandate is simple. It is just to be the voice of students within all decision-making structures of the university and to champion the issues of students. We do not just exist for the sake of it. We are here to serve student population, and that's exactly what we intend to do. In conclusion, I want to emphasize that this occasion also serves as a poignant reminder of the invaluable partnership between the university, parents, and us as students. You, our parents and guardians, are as much a part of the journey as we are as students. Thank you, parents, for your boundless love, unwavering support, and endless engagements. I wish your children success in their academic journeys. I thank you.
Greetings to everyone, and thank you for joining our virtual Parents' Day. My name is Nontutugo Mbele and I am the Chief Finance Officer of UKZN. I'm going to spend a few minutes giving you key information pertaining to fees that are charged by the university and to our student funding processes. The fees that are charged to students include tuition fees, residence fees, student levies, and membership fees for clubs and societies. When looking at tuition fees for South African students and for international students from the SADC region, these are based on the specific modules that a student has registered for. For 2024, these fees range from 34,000 to 68,000 per annum. The tuition fees for international students from outside the SADC region are $17,500 per annum, and this includes the international students levy. The residence fees are charged per semester and they range from 44,000 to 58,000 per annum for all students regardless of the country that they come from. When looking at student levies, we have a student levy of 300 Rand per annum, which is applicable to all students, and it is the students' contribution towards the operational costs of campus health, sports facilities, and student governance operations. All international students are also charged an international students levy of 2,185 Rand per semester as their contribution to the support that they receive from the university's international office. When looking at how you are expected to pay your fees for 2024, we have an initial first installment, which we often refer to as the registration fee, which is payable in advance of registration. For students that are local, as in South African, this amounts to 4,600 for tuition fees and 3,600 for residence fees. For international students, we require that you pay 100% of your annual fee charges in advance. The second installment, which should cover 60% of the unpaid fees, is payable by no later than the end of April this year. And then the final installment, which should cover 100% of the unpaid fees, is payable by the end of August in this year. Students who are fully funded for the 2024 academic year would obviously not be required to make any of these payments because their sponsors would pay the university directly. This then brings me to the university's student funding division, which is a unit that's responsible for all operational matters that are related to bursaries, scholarship, and other financial aid to students. So if your child or ward has received a bursary or any other form of sponsorship for their university fees, their sponsor or funder needs to submit a funding confirmation letter setting out the amount of the funding that's been granted. Once this letter has been received and verified, the student would then be coded as funded for the year, and this would enable them to register without making payment of the first initial installment, i.e. the registration fees. If your child or ward has received confirmation of eligibility for NSFAS funding, this would be picked up by the university automatically, and as soon as the student accepts the university's offer, they can then register without making any payment for their 2024 fees. In order to make any payment to the university, you need to make sure that you use only the banking details on the university's website. Payments can only be made either through an electronic funds transfer or at any branch of Standard Bank. When you're making payment, remember to always include the student number and only the student number as the payment reference. This is to make sure that the funds can be allocated to the student fee account promptly. Lastly, please be alert to scams that inevitably always surface from time to time, and do not action any payment requests received unless they have been properly verified. Always remember that you do not need to pay any individual to assist you with securing a place to study or a residence. The university has staff that are employed to provide this assistance. We wish you all the very best as you embark on this new and exciting chapter of your child's life.
Thank you. Good morning, Sanibonani, Molweni, Dumelang, Huyemore. A special welcome to all parents and guardians. A warm welcome to all first-year students. We are glad you have chosen us. Our academic program focuses on curricular activities. This is under the leadership of Deputy Vice-Chancellor Teaching and Learning, Professor Thabo Msibi. But my division, the Student Services, focuses on co-curricular and extracurricular activities. These activities are both important components of education that complement formal academic instruction. These are activities, programs that take place outside of the traditional classroom, but in some manner complements academic learning from classroom curriculum. Participation is voluntary. Co-curricular supplement and enhance a student's academic experience. Students, this is important for your CV. Employers are also looking for co-curricular activities. Students' participation in co-curricular activities generally enhances confidence, multicultural awareness, and cultural competency, cognitive development, leadership skills, and resilience, and sense of well-being. Our vision as Student Services Division is creating an integrated and transformative educational journey that enhances the student experience for the betterment of higher education in South Africa. And our mission is to promote a holistic, student-centered experience through our quality co-curricular programs, services, support, and spaces in preparation for students to enter the world of work as well-rounded, socially responsible, global citizens, and lifelong learners. The functions of the Student Services Division fall broadly under two high-level functions: the Student Support Services, which is led by the Dean of Students, and Student Residence Affairs, which is led by the Director Student Residences. The units that form part of Student Services include sports and recreation. Students participate in different sports codes for different reasons, such as recreation and social. Here we talk about sports in between lectures and during weekends. We talk about competitive sports, that is internal. We talk about residence league. We talk about competitive sport, which is external. We talk about, here the examples are the university sports of South Africa competitions, national and provincial leagues. We have professional sports. The most common of these sports are karate, swimming, and tennis. There are dates, please, to Daras. Our soccer will be televised on Super Sports. On the 8th of March, we'll be having on live Super Sports, we'll be having soccer. The kickoff is at 1500. Please, Daras, this is for the FNP Varsity Shield. On the 15th of March, 2024, at Howard College, we are going to have live on we will be live on Super Sport. This will be, we're going to have women kickoff at 2, and males kickoff, it is at 3. We also have student governance leadership development that coordinates and support SRC operations, facilitate extracurricular activities and student life, and facilitate induction and training of student leaders, and provides guidance and support on students' issues. We also have college student support services. They provide pastoral support. We care about your well-being, your personal growth and development, Your general well-being and psychological health is necessary for successful academic performance. We offer a range of free, professional, and confidential individual group-based services that are designed to meet the needs of students at higher education institutions. We are here to support you. Please give us a call or visit our offices. We also have disability unit. The overall objective is to optimize academic success for students with disabilities and to work towards inclusion and acceptance while supporting both academic and support staff in accommodating students with disabilities. We also have the Department of Students Resident Affairs. UKZN offers accommodation to students in university-owned residences located on campus and off campus, including in leased building. Students in our residences are rewarded with exceptional student life experience, promoting listening, living, and learning environments. Lastly, we also have student funding. The student funding department allocates funding in three main categories of student financial need. We provide loans, bursaries, and scholarships. Thank you very much for choosing the University of KwaZulu-Natal as a preferred institution of choice. Enjoy the journey. Thank you, Siyabonga.
Welcome to the University of KwaZulu-Natal, the premier university of African scholarship where exciting possibilities await you and your children. As parents, we understand that this is a thrilling yet somewhat nerve-wracking time, but rest assured, we are here to guide you through every step of the way. At UKZN, we're not just a university, we're a family, and we're excited to be part in shaping the next few years of our incoming first-time entering students, also known as F10s. For our F10s, this is a period of transition from the schooling system into the university environment. In this video, we will walk you through the essential information tailored for you, your daughters and sons, ensuring a smooth transitioning into the university experience. In this video, we will walk you through a number of things. We'll tell you about registration, our student support services, safety and security, and last but just as important, offerings and interests such as our clubs and societies, sports, and socializing. But first, let's take a look at our campuses. UKZN boasts 5 different campuses, each holding its own charm and offering various degree programs. From Howard College in the heart of Durban to Westville campus, we offer a diverse range of academic interests. It is our hope that our campuses become your child's home away from home. Howard College campus is right on the Berea suburb, a ridge above the city of Durban. Most of the colleges are housed here, so if your child is looking to study architecture, nursing, housing, law, media, engineering, or music, this is where they'll be. The Westville campus, out on the Westville Hills, has a number of the same colleges, but this is really where science is studied in depth. This is also the Center for Management Studies. Most of the university executive and administration are based here. There is also a Hindu temple and an Islamic place of worship. The Edgewood campus in Pinetown is also quite well-rounded, the hub of education studies. Edgewood campus offers initial and in-service teacher education, as well as university higher degrees in a wide range of specialisms in education, as well as carrying out research and consultancy. Then there is the Nelson R. Mandela Medical School, a few kilometers away from Howard College. This campus is a medical school and a medical research center, and is attached to King Edward Hospital. All medical students are based here. The Pietermaritzburg campus carries most of the same programs as Howard College, but it also houses theology, fine art, commerce, and agriculture. UKZN is a proudly African university and attracts students from all over Africa and the world. All lectures are conducted in English and some courses are presented in isiZulu in keeping with the university inclusive language policy. Right, let's dive into the most important detail of all. There will be no registration done on any of the campuses. Everything is conveniently done online. No walk-ins are allowed on any of the campuses. There is a video that will guide you through the process, making everything seamless, stress-free, and easier. Our student support services, including online counseling services and support, have been enhanced to ensure your child always feels connected, supported, and part of our family. Our Student Services Division is equipped with excellent professionals, including career guidance, medical and psychological support. If your child is not feeling well or has any health or mental health concerns and would like to consult with a professional, there are on-campus clinics with qualified and professional nurses and qualified psychologists available to assist in our student support service offices on all campuses. At our institution, we firmly believe that no student should be hindered in their pursuit of education due to a condition that may affect them. We provide comprehensive support for students with disabilities. If you require assistance or guidance, our disability unit is available for you. There is also professional help and guidance available at our HIV and AIDS unit. Your child's journey is not just about academics. It's about discovering passions, making friends, and engaging in a variety of activities. At UKZN, we encourage exploration, whether it's in our libraries, campus gardens, diverse sports, or social clubs. Now, let's talk about accommodation. Applying for accommodation is a breeze. All UKZN campuses have on-campus accommodation as well as off-campus accommodation. Like registration, you have to apply for accommodation online. In terms of IT support, all UKZN campuses have walk-in computer help desks to sort out computer mishaps. They also have well-equipped access control computer labs that are accessible to all registered students 24/7. We take the safety of all our students seriously. We want our students to study and live in an environment that is safe. In this regard, the university will not tolerate intimidation, hate speech, discrimination, violence of any sort, harassment or bullying online or offline. All our campuses have 24-hour security provided by Risk Management Services, also known as RMS. UKZN has also established a specialized gender-based violence investigation section within RMS to give priority to cases reported at the university's campuses. Parents, your involvement is crucial. We hope to provide a supportive network. Let's embark on this exciting journey together and make your child's time at UKZN memorable and enriching. Congratulations on reaching this milestone. We can't wait to welcome your child to the University of Choice, where greatness awaits. Here's to an amazing year ahead.
Getting to know your campus is fun. The UKZN virtual tour experience brings your campus spaces and places to you from your PC, tablet, and smartphone before you even step through the gates. Begin your journey at virtualtours.ukzn.ac.za, where we have created a detailed campus map to make it easy for you to zoom in and take a closer look at the UKZN experience. Click on Select a Campus or Select a Scene and get started. We've made it easy for students and their families to explore UKZN whenever, however, and wherever they are. Enter and scroll 360 degrees. Enter buildings and view facilities and begin your journey to greatness.
Good morning again. Now we are going to address all the questions that have been coming through. Since there were a lot of questions regarding orientation, I've requested Prof. Ruth Hawkins just to run through the orientation process so that everybody understand what happens during the orientation. So, Prof, are you able to come through?
Good morning, everybody, and apologies for my camera malfunctioning today, but I want to give everybody here a warm welcome to our Parents' Day. Orientation is very important for our students because orientation is your first encounter with your new home, which is the university. So it is important that you attend all your orientation sessions. And these orientation sessions will start from next week. And you will notice that in our 4 colleges, the College of Humanities, the College of Health Sciences, the College of Law and Management Studies, and the College of Agriculture, Engineering, and Science, there will be specific programs that are tailored to your unique needs as a student in that particular college. You would have also noticed that many of our colleagues have posted the links to orientation. And what you must do is you must make sure that you participate because the orientation program will help you to adjust socially as well as transition into this new environment of the university. What it will do is it will also give you the basic knowledge on how to actually navigate this environment within UKZN. Any comments or questions around orientation can be directed to your first-time entry, what we call your FYE mentors. And your FYE mentors will help you. They will be your buddy. These are all senior graduates within UKZN who are familiar with the institution. They will help you. So any comments or questions you have, please reach out to your first-year mentor. And once again, I want to congratulate you, and we look forward to having you here at UKZN and also your participation in the orientation sessions. Also note that all the orientation sessions are virtual sessions. Each college would have directed you to the orientation website. Please go and have a look at that website. It's got useful, valuable information that will explain and answer many of the questions that we have seen in today's session. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Prof. I think that answered most of the questions that have been asked during this session. And also, we urge students to visit the college website or the university website to find out about the orientation program, which starts on Monday. And also programs posted on our social media platforms. And also please join our WhatsApp channel so that you can receive all the information that you will need especially for orientation and going forward. We also received quite a few questions about accommodation, people asking if they didn't apply, how do you apply? And also there was a question about Forest Hill residences. If it is at Westville, yeah, of course it is at Westville campus, inside Westville campus. I think that was the question. We also have a few other questions that are related to housing. So I would like to call Mr. Sbusiso Kumalo just to address those questions briefly. So that everybody understands. But also you've already seen on the video that you have to apply for accommodation online and so on. So he will give you just more information on that. And then there are people that have applied but did not apply for accommodation. Now they want accommodation. So those are the things that we need to clarify. Mr. Kumalo, are you ready?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I've got a similar problem with my video. Welcome to all the students and the parents on this day. For first thing first, all the first entry students are required to apply through CAO, what we call Central Application Office. And then after that, as a department, we put aside a certain number of beds that are reserved specifically for first entry students. And then we liaise with the colleges, and then the colleges are given those number of beds per campus. And then once the student applied for residence, students are given an offer that will come, an offer, what we call a firm offer, that is coupled with you are accepted to study at UKZN, and then also you've got an offer for accommodation. And then once that information has been placed, has been put by the colleges, and then DSL, Department of Student Residence Affairs administrators will be placing the students in residences, and the students will receive an SMS indicating that you have been placed in a particular residence, and then you can proceed with an online residence registration. Please note the following, that you must be academically registered first before you can register online for residence. The SMS is not an assurance that you have registered for residence. It's indicating to a student that you must register for a residence yourself through online resident registration. If you've got funding and the debt has been confirmed by student funding, and then you don't need to pay any initial deposit. But if you are a self cash paying student, and then you need to pay initial deposit, as it was indicated earlier, of 3,600. That is the initial deposit for residence space. We are available as a team to answer any question regarding residence spaces. But there was another question regarding whether first entry student will be accommodated on campus. Remember that we've got limited spaces available, either on campus or off campus. Not all the first entry students will be accommodated on campus. There will be those who will be accommodated on campus, and then there will be those who will be accommodated off campus in both leased and university-owned off-campus residences. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kumalo, for that. Can you also make sure that all the other questions are answered, those that were not addressed live? So, because there's quite a few other questions there, but we'll then now look at questions related to NFSAS. I'll ask Michael just to assist us there, to just give us a rundown on what students are expecting, and I'll just go through a couple of questions that have come through, Mr. Davis. Then you can just take it over. So we're also taking questions from our YouTube audience there. So we've received quite a few there as well. So there's one about them receiving SMS saying that they are funded by NFSAS. What does this mean? Do they need to pay? Do they need to pay a registration fee or not? And then also the people asking about bursaries, and then we've got one about NFSAS application that was applied for in 2024, but awaiting evaluation stage, and the person has accepted the offer from UKZN with residences, but now they're wondering if they need to pay the registration fees while they're waiting for NFSAS to come back to them. Michael, can you deal with those? Thank you. I know that you've been answering most of the questions as well here on this platform. Thank you so much. You can then address a few, and also maybe the ones that you've also picked up, so that people can understand what is going on. Thank you so much, Michael.
Sure. Thank you very much, Norma. CFO did cover some of the information with regard to NSFAS, but I think perhaps for the benefit of many more people that have questions related to NSFAS, I'll just go through a quick overview of the end-to-end process. So students that are going to be relying on or hoping to be funded by NSFAS, they would have applied for NSFAS funding online on the NSFAS system, where the student creates a NSFAS profile for themselves and then proceeds with their application. So NSFAS will process applications in the following way. Students that have been recipients of SESA or SESA beneficiaries, those are processed fairly quickly by NSFAS because there aren't many checks and documents that they require from students. So a lot of those funding decisions have come through. And I will get on to what happens once we receive a funding list from NSFAS. For students who are not SESA beneficiaries, they would have to provide what is called a consent form. Some students did complete their NSFAS applications without including the consent form, as it wasn't indicated as a requirement when early applicants made their applications. But this is something that has surfaced during the past weeks, which means that all students that have applied for NSFAS and are not SESA beneficiaries, they are required to ensure that they complete that consent form loaded so that NSFAS can complete their NSFAS application evaluation. So the question that Norma had mentioned or referred to was students who have a status of awaiting evaluation. A lot of those students are in that situation where NSFAS now requires them to add a consent form, which will give NSFAS right to check information on their parents from Home Affairs, from SARS, from credit organizations, and so on. Okay, so once NSFAS has completed a student's assessment of their application, they would then either decline or approve the application and inform the student on their NSFAS profile. So it is important that students go to the NSFAS system and check what is their funding status on their NSFAS profile. So for students who have been provisionally funded by NSFAS, we obtain that information online from NSFAS by downloading a funded list from NSFAS. We run that against our list of offers, and then we then send that the students where we've made firm academic offers and they're on the NSFAS funded list, we send them an SMS notifying them that we have confirmation of their funding and urging them to complete their acceptance of offer. And once they've completed the acceptance of offer, by that time, we have already coded them, as CFO has mentioned in our presentation. We would already have coded them as being NSFAS beneficiaries. And as soon as they do the acceptance of offer, our system clears them to register academically. Yes, so there was a question about whether NSFAS funded students are required to pay a fee. So those students that we send an SMS to advising them that we have received confirmation of their NSFAS funding, they are not required to pay a registration fee or an acceptance fee. Our system will clear them without those payments. For students who are waiting, who are still awaiting a confirmation from NSFAS, the question was whether they should proceed and pay the registration deposit in the meantime. Yes, they can do so to ensure that they commence the academic program on time, because it is quite clear that NSFAS is taking a while with the non-SESA beneficiaries. And I've already explained what is contributing to that. Also adding to the delays at NSFAS is that The original closing date was the 31st of January, but that closing date for first-time NSFAS applications has now been extended to the 15th of February. So obviously some processing by NSFAS will still be continuing after that date. Yeah, and then I think that covers the questions and the points that were raised by Norma. In the Q&A, there were a number of questions about allowance payments. When will NSFAS allowance payments commence? We will make announcement on that in the coming week. So if students can just look out for our LAN notices. So student funding communications and updates will be posted on our electronic notice board. So if students can just keep an eye on that, and we'll explain what is the latest communication from NSFAS in terms of which allowances they will be paying, which allowances universities will be paying, and what the related timelines are, and the amounts that are available to students, or the allowances applicable to students for 2024. And Norma, I think I'll park it there in case, unless you want to raise any additional points that have come through that I need to address. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I think you've addressed, most of the questions. I think you've also picked up on some that we're already running through this platform. As Michael said, I mean, we have more information as well available on the website, and then you also you can revisit the video, the discussion regarding all the fees and everything that's related to fees in the video that we ran through this morning from the CFO. That video is available on our platforms as well. So it will give you, more information if you missed it, and you can just take your time to go through it later on. We also, I think, Michael, I'm happy. So if there's anything else, maybe just check the chat to see if there's anything else that was not covered.
Sure.
But now I think you've covered all the questions that were raised here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, there was also a question about what happens if the strikes and the academic program is being disrupted at the university. I've asked Professor Msibi just to give us, just to address that particular questions, and just talk about the teaching and learning and teaching and learning plans. Should we have disruptions, what happens then? Thank you, Thabo.
Thank you very much, Norma. Just to reassure our parents that we take it very seriously for the institution to ensure that the well-being of students is attended to, and that we limit any forms of curriculum disruption. We take the academic enterprise to be a very serious and foremost reason why we exist as universities. So within our institution, we've got a number of colleges, as has been mentioned, 4 colleges in particular, and each of those colleges have got a college dean that manages the teaching and learning endeavor. We have a teaching and learning plan. Should there be any interruption to the teaching and learning plan, or the teaching and learning day-to-day activities, we immediately invoke that plan, which mandates that we go online. The university has a fully developed online teaching and learning provisioning. In other words, we're able to facilitate online teaching at any point in time. We developed that through COVID. So should there be any disruption, we are able to move all our courses online and to proceed with the curriculum uninterrupted. So we take very seriously the need to make sure that our students complete the curriculum as required, and that their studies are done in a space that is conducive to learning and that is safe. So we also make sure that our campuses, if there are disruptions, that our risk management services are deployed to make sure that our students are safe. Thank you very much, Norma.
Thank you so much, Atabo. I hope that does give the parents assurance that we will not lose academic time due to any disturbances. So now I would like to then maybe ask my colleagues, from the colleges just to address the questions which we get all the time, and also we get a lot of them via social media about the pending statuses, and if those people who haven't been rejected, who are still awaiting decision, what happens from now on. So I know that Marian is here and other colleagues from the colleges. Maybe they can just briefly address that. How does the selection process work, so that people understand exactly what happens during the process. I saw also Tracy's here, so I'll hand over to you to just address those questions quickly, and then and also maybe for those students who have applied late for those programs who were open for late applications and who are still waiting and haven't heard from us. Yeah, I think that would be all. Thank you so much. Should I start with you, Marion or Tracy?
Thanks, Norma. Go ahead. Am I on the floor?
Yes, you can go. Can carry on, Marion, and then we'll go.
So good morning to parents and some of the first-year learners, students that have also joined us. I think it's important to understand the process. So once a learner applies, they will either receive a conditional or a firm offer from us. We wait 3 days for that student to either accept or reject the offer. And then on the third day, we then go down the waiting list and then send out further offers. And that explains why there's a delay. And you'd find that on your status, it would say pending. Pending means that you have not received an offer as yet. Or you could, if you go and have a look at your status, follow the link on the website, it would say either, whether you got a firm offer, etc. When you do receive a firm offer, it is sent out by SMS and by email. All you need to do is click on the link, accept the offer, pay the 250 Rand. And then just to let you know that the 250 Rand that you pay is deducted from your initial registration fee of 4,600 Rand. So at the moment, we do, in the College of Health Sciences, we do have a number of places that are still available. In other words, there are still students that are on the waiting list, and that's because we are waiting for the people who have received firm offers to either accept or reject those offers, and then we will go down the waiting list. But we envisage that possibly by the end of next week, all of our programs will be full and closed. Thank you.
Morning, colleagues. I'm Marian Kiston from the College of Law and Management Studies. Welcome. Yes, my colleague Marianne covered most of it, but what I would also like to add is that the colleges do have enrollment targets for their programs. And once we receive the matric tape, we commence selections. We do give applicants up to 3 days to accept the offer. What we've done, and we always do, is we open up the lines, and we employ temp staff. Our temp staff then call the applicants and offer to assist them to take up the offer, upload the documents, and we also assist them with registration. We do, wait for applicants to take up this offer, and we must be mindful of our enrollment targets. And once monitored and it is still placed, like we do still have space for our BCom and BCom accounting, we've opened late applications for that and for the BCom general and accounting foundation programs. We late applications is closing on the 9th of February. We do assess those late applications coming in, and we make firm offers. But what I also want to indicate that we have constant communication with applicants, and all applicants who are on the system will have one status or the other, meaning it will go from pending to either waitlisted or regret, or an offer has been made. And we check that all the time and try to keep up with that. And we have been SMSing our applicants the link for orientation, so they kept aware of that. They are also assigned an FYE mentor. So if there's any questions that they have, they can approach the mentor. And us, our staff, permanent staff and temp staff, also answer all emails and calls which we receive from the applicants, because we can't wait for you all to join our institution, and especially law and management studies. So we await for you to commence lectures with us on the 12th of February. I thank you for joining this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marianne. Can we then check if Tracy, do you have anything to add?
Thank you,
Any
Chair.
of us?
Good morning. Good morning, parents and students, and welcome. I'm speaking on behalf of the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science. Just want to add to what my colleagues from the other colleges have said. We work in a very similar manner, and yes, we are making offers on a daily basis and look forward to students accepting the offer. Just to give some more clarity, if students are unsure of what to do, we have a very comprehensive website. You can go via the main UKZN website to each college's website. And then we have our contact lists and processes on how to accept an offer, what happens if you haven't received any contact as yet. So yes, please access our websites, and we look forward to welcoming you to our institution, to our colleges. If you have any issues, please email us directly. We've got emails that we've provided. They're generic emails that are continuously monitored. And yeah, that's all from me. Thank you. We look forward to welcoming you.
Thank you so much, Tracy. I think we have covered all the questions, and I'm sure that people now, especially our parents, they have a clear idea what the process is. And we've received quite a few questions, but then most of the questions are similar. So we've managed to actually group them and then answer them fully. If there's any other burning questions, we'll take them, but I don't see any at the moment. And also the colleges have posted their programs, orientation programs. Please just copy those links that have been posted before we log off. And then also visit the university website to get all the information. Regarding orientation and anything else that you want to know, the information is there. And our social media platforms also provide all the information that you need. Again, don't forget to join our newly launched WhatsApp channel. That's where you'll also find information easily. Again, thank you so much. I will now call upon Mr. Bruce Banda to give a vote of thanks, and maybe just to or maybe briefly just give us a rundown of what happened today. We are very pleased that everyone has been engaged. We will also, some of the questions that we picked up will be then included on our frequently asked questions so that we give information all the time. So are you ready, Mr. Panda?
Thank you, Norma, and
Thank you.
Good morning, colleagues. Good morning, parents. Good morning, all guardians. We've covered a lot of aspects in a short time, and I hope you enjoyed attending our virtual Parents' Day. As was indicated by our program director, this is an annual event, which I can assure you is an event that is one of the highlights for us at UKZN. You would have heard Professor Msibi, and I may add that Prof. Msibi is also a proud alumnus of this university. He mentioned that over 160,000 applications were received, and the fact that there are only about 9,000 first-year places available. From this, it is clear that having been offered a space at UKZN is indeed an achievement to be proud of. Ladies and gentlemen, at UKZN, we are student-centered in our academic, administrative, and support staff. We all work together to ensure that students receive the best possible services that we can offer. This is an aspect that the university takes very seriously, and you'll find dedicated staff ready to assist. Our SRC president, Mr. Zulu, reminded us about the importance of the partnership, that partnership between parents and students and UKZN staff. This is a very important aspect, and I think the journey will only be successful if we have that partnership. And thank you for reminding us about the importance of having that triangular partnership with parents, students, and staff of the university. Our CFO highlighted various aspects of the funding, and of course, to that effect, we were reminded about the closing dates, 30th of April for the second installment, and then, of course, the 31st of August for the final installment. Colleagues, it was indicated by Professor Mkhize, our Pro-Vice-Chancellor, that learning outside the classroom is as important as learning inside the classroom. And so he mentioned the co-curricular activity, which complements the academic learning. In fact, he mentioned that it supplements and enhances the academic experience. And so it's important for us to be mindful of the fact that the university provides a balanced experience to our students. And that is also something that we can be proud of. Parents and guardians, you can see that the university offers an array of activities, which, if I can say, in my opinion, a lot of effort goes into making sure that our students do get the best possible experiences that they can get. Program director, I can see that there's a lot of work that also went into preparing for today, and I would like to extend a special word of thanks to you and your team, Ms. Norma Zondo and her team, for putting together an excellent virtual Parents' Day. And I think if everybody would join me in a virtual applause for this, this is absolutely a brilliant event, seamlessly done. And I know a lot of hard work went into today. So thank you to Ms. Zondo and her excellent and dedicated team for putting this together. I also would like to thank Professor Msibi, our DVC Teaching and Learning, especially Professors Mkhize, our Pro-Vice-Chancellor, some of the speakers today, Professor Hoskins, Dean Teaching and Learning, and our SRC President, Mr. Zulu, Ms. Mbere, our CFO, Mr. Michael Davids, Ms. Marianne Francis, Ms. Marianne Kishton, Ms. Tracy Governor, Ms. Sibusiso Kumalo. Colleagues, finally, always we are ready to assist. We are here. If you have any further questions or concerns, do not hesitate to contact us. We truly appreciate serving you and cannot wait to start our academic year. And we know it's going to be a great year for us ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Panda, Bruce. I'm sure we're all eager to go on and focus on what's happening over the weekend. I'll also like to wish Bafana well tonight, and I'm sure everyone will join me on that. Thank you so much. Make sure that you do visit our website and also our YouTube channel. We have a lot of information available for you there. And our WhatsApp channel is just, you just search for University of KwaZulu-Natal, you will find it. Thank you so much and all the best. And looking forward to welcoming all our first year students on our campuses and also our returning students. I mean, some of them have already started coming through. So it is going to be a busy year and hopefully a very exciting year as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Do have a wonderful weekend and make sure you do support our national team tonight. Thank you.